The illusion of drugs. When you think a drug is bad for you, it's because your life up to that point has either had more people that said it was good or more people that said it was bad. That may not seem right because maybe one person that meant more made it seem cool to smoke, so you did. It stuck in your head, and it did. Probably a parent, probably somebody close. And then say somebody's doing meth and you think meth is horrible, and then you know somebody who's like, I've tried meth, not my favorite thing, that's not all that great. And you're like, oh, that person tried meth and they're still okay. And then somebody else that you know tries it and does it once in a while and doesn't really like it, but whatever. You're like, oh, they've done meth, they don't seem that bad. And then you meet somebody who does meth that you know, and they're like, oh, it's fucking awesome, you should try it, just don't get hooked on it. That would break you from going like, that's bad, to being like, it must not be that bad, to being like, oh, it can't be that bad, to being like, it can't be that bad, I'll try it. To trying it and being like, either I like it or I don't like it. Depending on how many more people you have supporting the idea will create that idea in your mind and support what you think. If you think it's going to be bad for you, it'll be bad for you. If you're scared to try a drug and you do it, you're going to fucking panic and have a hard time. If you act tough, but deep down inside you're panicking, whatever. If you believe it's bad for you and act tough and believe that you're being tough, you'll be able to fight your way through it. There's different levels of the whole thing. Like, the drug isn't the thing, it's the mind, it's the thought that unleashes that drug, because the intention that was put into the original drug was that. Everything is a drug. Drugs aren't an illusion. The substances we put in our body are just the same spiritual stuff. It's just the intention of that form here in the physical earth means drug. So if you take it thinking this ain't going to do anything to me, it doesn't work. That's how tolerance works. That's how some people can do the same drug and die. And some people won't do that drug and die. It depends on their family's belief, their past beliefs, their beliefs on how it has affected them in the past. And if somebody's had a bad experience on a drug, you couldn't tell them, well, you just believed it would, because you're like, I didn't think it would. But something happened, and that experience led you to some point, you knew that it would fuck you up. And something in your life made you start thinking bad, and while you were fucked up, you thought bad, and it caused the even worse experience. So then that thing went from being a good drug to being a bad drug. And then you used to use that drug to feel good, so you still wanted to use it to feel good, and because it was bad last time, you had that thought in the back of your head, like, what if it's bad again? And it gets really bad, and you die from it, because you scared yourself to death on that drug, although they call that an overdose. That's the illusion of drugs.